It's strange to think about, but there's a connection between your sleep and weight management. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to explain how sleep affects your weight and give you 7 ways to improve it in order to have healthier weight management. Hey, it's Swanson, and welcome back to my channel. There isn't a system or function in your body that's not affected by your sleep, and your body's weight is no exception. You might assume weight management is somehow impacted by sleep, but most people are left asking, how? So a few years back, I hit a season of life where I was completely frustrated. Noah and I were going through some obstacles with work. So on top of parenting, running a home, and a business, I was trying to keep up with it all. And I was pretty stressed. And then to make matters worse, my jeans started feeling just a little bit tighter, which was both so frustrating and confusing at the same time. Because I was eating well, still working out at least 5 days a week, I was like, what the heck is happening here? So naturally, I voiced my frustration to Noah, and to his credit, he diagnosed my problem pretty quickly. I wasn't sleeping. With everything piling up and all the stress, my sleep was suffering, and it showed up on my waistline. So I immediately made sleep a priority. Right alongside my nutrition and exercise, I began focusing on getting a healthy amount of quality sleep each night. And within just a few days, I noticed an improvement. My jeans felt normal again. It's so crazy that something like sleep can have such a big impact on your weight. I mean, you don't hear many diet books telling you to focus on sleep to lose weight, but it's actually good advice. So today I want to share 3 ways poor sleep affects your weight. Then I'm going to give you 7 different things you can do today to improve your sleep tonight. The first way poor sleep affects your weight is by affecting what you eat. Your body needs sleep in order to develop and maintain healthy weight management. Think about it. Do you ever remember staying up late and then craving kale salads the next day? No, because your body doesn't work that way. Sleep deprivation changes food preferences, and not for the better. When your body is sleep deprived, it releases endocannabinoids. It's like having the munchies. Dr. Matthew Walker, who has kind of become known as the sleep doctor, did a study. It showed that we're much more likely to make unhealthy food choices and consume higher amounts of calories when we're sleep deprived. In fact, the people in his study consumed 600 more calories when they didn't get enough sleep. But the thing is, a lot of people are sleep deprived. In fact, getting less than 7 hours of sleep each night has been shown to increase the risk of weight gain, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. The reason is that your brain's response to food changes with sleep is due to something called adenosine. It's a metabolic byproduct that disrupts neural function and promotes sleepiness as it builds up in your brain. It gets cleared out while you sleep. But when you don't get enough quality sleep, your brain isn't able to get rid of it all. If you want to look and feel your best without feeling deprived or relying on dieting but haven't subscribed already, then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified each time I put out a new video. The second way poor sleep affects your weight is by affecting your hormones. Your cortisol levels are affected by your sleep. And if you're not familiar with it, cortisol is the stress hormone responsible for increasing your appetite. And the brain's cortisol levels increase with less sleep. Measuring 2 appetite-related hormones, a study found that sleep loss increases appetite. They associated sleep insufficiency with lower levels of leptin, a hormone produced by adipose tissue that suppresses the appetite, and higher levels of ghrelin, a peptide that stimulates appetite. And this just didn't affect adults. This correlation between sleep loss and weight gain is seen in both children and adults. One study saw a 45% increase in obesity in 3-year-olds by age 7 who slept 10.5 hours or less, compared to children who slept 12 hours per night. So the third way poor sleep affects your weight is by affecting your physical performance, i.e. your energy and activity levels. Sleep deprivation negatively impacts your brain's mental performance, which directly affects your body's physical performance. That means slower reaction time, a loss of strength, and decreased stamina. Sleep is a time for your body to repair and restore. Each night's rest allows your body to rejuvenate for the next day. It repairs itself from the previous day's stress and prepares for the next day. And there's a lot of research that shows how sleeping problems, including sleep deprivation and fragmented sleep, have negative effects on heart health. In addition to repair, sleep provides the necessary energy and motivation to maintain an active, healthy lifestyle. For a short night's rest, the last thing you typically want to do is work out. And research supports this. A single night of poor sleep can decrease strength, lower cardio fitness, and decrease time to exhaustion. So there was a study that looked at the sleep patterns and output of players on the Stanford men's basketball team. They found that when players boosted their sleep from an average of less than 7 hours a night to 8.5 hours over a 5 to 7 week period, their performance improved. They cut their sprint times from 16.2 seconds to 15.5. Their free throw performance improved by 9%, and their three-point percentage improved 6%. Their mood and reaction time also improved over the period. Plus, their fatigue from working out lessened. So if you don't already, come follow me over on Instagram, where I provide simple weight loss tips. No frustrating diets or feeling deprived. I'll show you how to make weight loss a seamless part of your life. Okay, let's be real. Getting more sleep isn't always possible. Schedules, family, and prior commitments can get in the way of you getting the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. So maybe you can't improve the quantity of your sleep right now, but you can improve the quality of your sleep. I want to give you 7 easy to implement ways to improve the quality of your sleep tonight. So when it comes to restful sleep, there are 3 parts to the equation: routines, habits, and environment. And we add them together and you get restful sleep. So the following tips will cover all 3 elements of the equation. So the first way to improve quality of your sleep is to develop a sleep routine. It all starts with developing a good routine. Often we overlook this though, but your alarm clock isn't the only clock in your bedroom. Your body is equipped with an internal clock that follows a specific sleep-wake cycle. Maintaining erratic sleep schedule throws off your circadian rhythm. People often assume they can deprive themselves of sleep during the week and then catch up over the weekend. Unfortunately, research shows this just isn't a great idea. It's a practice that disrupts your internal biological clocks, and it can lead to physical and mental fatigue. You can try to maintain a standard sleep schedule throughout the week and into the weekend. The second way to improve the quality of your sleep is to limit salt intake in the evening. So did you know that sodium can affect your sleep? So eating high sodium meal for dinner can disturb your sleep quality. The reason is that it increases your blood pressure and leads to fluid retention. And this can lead to restless sleep, frequent awakenings, and as a result, you just don't feel rested in the morning. The third way to improve the quality of your sleep is to stop consuming caffeine earlier in the day. Earlier is the key word here. Caffeine blocks the sleep-inducing chemical adenosine that we talked about earlier. This is what builds up in your brain to encourage the body to sleep. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 hours, which means that half of it is still in your bloodstream after 5 hours. It also has a quarter life of 12 hours. That's like drinking a 4th cup of coffee right before your bed hits the pillow. So, if you're drinking caffeine, consider your normal bedtime and work backwards to know when you should stop. This way, you can make sure your body has time to process and eliminate most of the caffeine before you go to bed. Okay, the 4th way, limit evening alcohol. Alcohol before bed may help you relax and even fall asleep, but too much of it can contribute to a lack of sleep and make it difficult to stay asleep. Alcohol robs you of REM sleep, the deep slumber your brain requires for restoration. If you want to relax before bed, skip the nightcap. Instead, maybe try a glass of magnesium or try meditating. The 5th way to improve the quality of your sleep is to eat light at night and stop earlier. If you're going to eat before bed, opt for a light snack instead of heavy food. Eating for bed really forces your body to prioritize food metabolization over sleep. Your body's metabolism naturally increases your core temperature while processing foods. But that's the opposite of what you want, because your body is actually trying to lower your core temperature when going to sleep. But don't overthink this tip. A simple rule to follow is to avoid consuming food 2 hours before bedtime. Number 6, consider the darkness of your room. So your bedroom should be dark. After all, melatonin is called the darkness hormone for a reason. Darkness signals the brain to go to sleep. Now, I like to sleep with our bedroom door open so I can hear if one of the kids wakes up in the middle of the night. Our windows have blinds and blackout curtains, but still, some light can get through. But it's pretty dark, which has helped me sleep much better. But to completely eliminate every bit of light, my husband Noah actually started sleeping with a sleep mask. It cracks me up every time I see it, but it works for him. He says it allows him to fall asleep faster and stay asleep. I know it took some getting used to, but it works for him. It's something you might consider if your bedroom has too much light coming in. Do what you need to do to make your bedroom dark. So the 7th way to improve the quality of your sleep is to avoid stressful pillow talk. So Noah and I have a strict no stressful topics allowed in bed policy. That means things like money, business have to be discussed before we get into bed. Because here's the thing, going straight from the business of the day to laying your head on the pillow can lead to troubled sleep. Whether it's reading, meditating, light stretching, or journaling, you want to be able to have some downtime before bed. You might try implementing Dr. Walker's worry journal to write down any troubling thoughts you might end up ruminating on throughout the night. So occasionally we have talked about these more stressful topics while lying in bed, and we do find that it's harder to go to sleep. So it's important to discuss these earlier in the day if at all possible. You might not be able to get as much sleep as you'd like, but putting any of these sleep improving tips into practice will go a long way to improve your sleep quality tonight. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can catch my simple nutrition tips each week to help you reach your goals, maintain them, and build upon them.